Anambra Ekenemonu. A time comes that rarely comes in history when the people must stand up and take full ownership of their lives and circumstances, or forever live in absolute regret. In Anambra, that time is now. 3 years and 8 months ago, when I assumed office as your governor, Anambra was in firm grip of criminals, kidnappers, armed robbers, roamed the length and breadth of our state. Our people lived in fear, and many of us could not go to bed with both eyes closed. In Anambra, but our story has changed today. We have turned our adversities into advantages. We have taken governance from a mere construction of roads and bridges to fashioning out new philosophy of life. We have become Nigeria's safest state. We have become the new agriculture model for Nigeria. Our cities and communities have become aesthetics wonders at night with dazzling lights. We have created an environment for business to thrive on a 24-hour basis. We have attracted investments valued at over $5 billion. And we have touched every community in Anambra State with special projects chosen by each community. We have suspended taxes for low-income earners and put more money in the hands of the breadwinners in a recession. In fact, we grew our GDP by 1 trillion in the middle of recession and increased our internally generated revenue without increasing taxes. We have sent our teachers to Singapore for training and handed out scholarships to 200 students in a time of recession. In return, our children have continued to bring us honor with excellent performance in World Schools debate and external examinations year after year. In Anambra, we have constructed roads and bridges that have enormous economic importance. We have built the longest bridge in the southeast and opened direct access to our oil wells. We inherited 101 roads and completed 51 of them. We have inherited 6 bridges and completed 3 of them. We awarded 94 new roads and completed 20 of them. We also awarded 12 new bridges and completed 5 of them. So in 3 years and a half, in which Nigeria has witnessed the worst economic recession, my administration has completed 71 roads and 8 bridges. Many more are still coming. We have floated the universal health insurance scheme to make quality Medicare available to rich and poor. We have renovated 3 major general hospitals and 10 maternal and child health centers. We have also disbursed the sum of 741 million to mission hospitals. Among them, we have increased workers' salaries in the midst of recession and settled the arrears of pensions and gratuities of workers that were abandoned by previous regimes. And next year, we shall give workers another salary increase by the grace of God. We have completed the construction of the Golden Tulip Hotel in Aguru, and it will open for business before Christmas. We have commenced work on the site of the Anambra Airport City project in Umweri and the surrounding areas. This ambitious project will change our story and change the trajectory of our development forever. This project is the future of Anambra State and the economic game changer of the entire Southeast states. It will be ready in 3 years, and Anambra is not putting a single kobo in this project. So it is a win-win situation for us. Nibai, Obodanya Digoma, Anambra Chapugo. We have crossed the threshold of mediocrity and become one of the Nigeria's elite states. We have rewritten our narrative and hoisted our flag among the greatest. Our today is great, but our tomorrow will be greater. In Anambra, November 18 is 2 days away. The time to answer the call of history has come. The time to finally demonstrate our readiness to safeguard our future has come. The time to show the world that we are prepared to defend the freedom we have enjoyed in these past 3 years and a half has come. In Anambra, the time has indeed come to preserve the only political heritage of Igbo and ensure that outsiders do not squeeze it to death. APGA is the only party that Igbo can lay any claim to. Anambra is the last frontier of the bloodless war to conquer Igbo militarily, economically, and politically. We must therefore not allow the cock handed over to us by the illustrious fathers to die in our hands. Indeed, this cock must not die. We must be ready to protect it with our lives when the time comes. For in the words of the famous African-American civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., I quote, "He who has nothing to die for is not fit to live," unquote. My brothers and sisters, we must defend our heritage and honor with our strength and might and a firm faith in God, who controls the affairs of men. No sacrifice is too much to preserve the momentum of development that we have achieved in Anambra State at this moment. So we must not be found wanting on the election day, for APGA must not die. All eyes on us today. Everyone is watching to see what we shall do with our votes on Saturday, November the 18th, 2017. They are watching to see whether we should keep what we have created for ourselves or throw it away. In the Anambra, we must not disappoint those who look upon us for leadership. We must not disappoint ourselves. We must take charge of our tomorrow from today. We must cast our votes for APGA this Saturday. Casting our votes for APGA is important, but protecting our votes to make sure that they count is even more important. So, I urge you to show some commitment to this cause. Devote some time to vote and a little more time to ensure that our votes count. Fellow citizens, I will not fail to use this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, for reaching out swiftly to order the reinstatement of my security details that were whimsically withdrawn from me 2 days ago. Mr. President has indeed shown that certain excesses do not go unchecked under his watch. I must also thank the honorable members of the National Assembly, especially the distinguished senators, who firmly insisted that my security details are a part of the statutory provisions for my office and should be respected by all. I also thank the traditional rulers of Anambra State for their intervention. I must indeed thank the leadership of PDP and APC, who also stood up in my defense because they considered that incident an affront of democracy. My sincere gratitude also goes to the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ibrahim Idris Boktum, for his swift reaction in reinstating my security details. I must observe that the overwhelming support that we received over this incident has shown me the ties that bind us together as a country are stronger than the forces that separate us. I thank you all for your kind words and your support. I will not conclude this address without a word to my fellow contestants, Soloka, Tony, Osita, Godby, and other fellow candidates. I address you as Governor of Anambra State today. Unuma na Anambra Bonkani Nine. This great state belongs to all of us. The beauty of democracy is that it allows every candidate a chance to pursue their own vision of society, but also places the power of choice in the hands of the people. Democracy never ceases to remind us that power belongs to the people. So, my brothers, I plead with you today to let the choice of the people prevail in this election. My fellow candidates, people are inundated with the rumors of violence and war over this election. But I have always believed that none of the gubernatorial ambitions is worth the blood of our people. Because let us all caution all our supporters and followers to maintain the peace in our state. We all have a responsibility to prove to the world that Anambra State is truly the light of the nation. We must make this election a victory for democracy, a victory for the Anambra. Once more, I urge every one of you to come out and vote massively for APGA. Ebesel Okoko. Thank you.